All right, welcome back into another episode of Indiebnb. Today I'm joined by Caleb, Michael, James, and Quinn from the band. Y'all say it. I'm gonna fuck it up on the first try. So y'all give it.
Gingsu.
Ginsu.
Gingsu. Yep.
Yeah.
Ginsu. All right, I would add. I got it. Damn it. All right. Well, Ginsu, out of Long Beach, California. Boys, how are we on this beautiful day?
Can't complain.
Awesome. Beautiful day.
Oh, Caleb.
Loving it. Love it.
There he is. Beautiful.
Well,
All right, though.
For you guys, it seems like this, this project. You guys got a couple albums from early 2021. Like what, when this whole thing start? Were y'all like all in bands, all the time, or is this everyone's first project? What's that look like?
Michael and Caleb kind of knew each other, and they have a side project that they are still a part of called Red Morrow. And they were in the fresh stages, and I met Caleb at the same time. We're a COVID band, right? And
Okay.
I was graduating. I was finishing up Cal State Long Beach, and I found Caleb on Facebook on like a band, like drummers looking for drummer, musician looking for one of those types. And like normally those pages are a bunch of like boomers or something, But somehow I've nailed, Caleb. I sent him over some demos, and then from there. We had a few people who were in the band who eventually ended up departing, but the lineup has always consisted of us four since we started playing shows, and we kind of dragged Michael into it because we couldn't find a bass player, and we were like, hey, like, you should join us.
Please, God,
be
fill
with us.
I mean, because like for me at that time, I was in a few other bands, even besides Red Mar also. So like I was like, I was the kind of the one spread out, but then over time it kind of whittled down, and now it's just Red Morrow, Gangsu, a few other little things here for me. So
I love it. Well, for you guys, like getting in, and starting this, after having a project going for Michael and Caleb, like, is that like, do you have to get into a different mindset when you walk in with James and Quinn versus what you guys are doing with your other project, or like, what's the, how do you shift yourself, into gear for each one?
I mean, I think it's pretty similar. I feel like there's a lot of, friendly banter in between both rehearsals, and lots of just like, we try to keep it lighthearted and fun, because it's like if we're not having fun while we're there, then what are we doing, right? Like we're there to have fun and make something good. So it's like that's the core of both rehearsals in my mind. I don't know what Caleb.
Yeah, I would say the same. I think musically they're a little bit different. So I think while a lot of the sort of like interpersonal dynamics are similar, stylistically, the choices are different. So it's a different headspace in that regard. But otherwise, I mean, we have fairly cordial relationships across the board.
I like it. Are y'all like, for your songwriting process, like, do we have like a main crew who's doing that, or is it like, one of y'all? Is it all of y'all? Like, what's that look like?
It's definitely pretty collaborative. It's usually one of us has like an idea, and we bring it in, we play it for the band, and we see where it goes from there. Sometimes we immediately kind of spark into something, and it's like, oh, I know what to do, and oh, I know what to do, and it just kind of works out that way. Sometimes it takes a little longer. We kind of like, sometimes we'll like not have any immediate inspiration for it, but then we'll like take a break on it, come back, and someone will have like ideated on it alone and have some ideas there, and then we can move forward with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, when people work on something in their own time, and maybe, sometimes it's like, it could be a whole song structure, and then we bring it in, and like, what I like about our dynamic is that we each get to work on our own parts. Even if somebody else brings in the core idea, it's like, I'm writing the bass parts, Caleb's doing the drums, like we're all in our own lane, doing what we feel is best for the song. And I think that's a big strength of our songwriting process.
Got it. Well, very good. Well, for, Failure to Launch, which is y'all's newest one out, like, what I noticed was a lot of layering within it as I listened to it. It seems like there's kind of a, I think Deftones and like kind of the, soundscapes kind of deal, but like you kind of get, we're like in a car ride and you're going to like, I don't know how to describe it. Like I'm like it's like kind of like a stop start. Like you get some different vibes. So like when you guys are creating something like that, like what what went into that, and how did you guys start that one?
I think we have like a pretty like atypical way of songwriting, and I think a lot of it comes from like what the guys said already. We have like a really natural kind of chemistry when it comes to songwriting, and I think all of us have like pretty stark musical difference in taste, but we also have a lot of common things and like intersection points with our musical tastes, and I think for songs like Failure to Launch, we're able to kind of approach it more like, oh, that's like a cool part. Let's write a song around it, and not so much like, okay, and like whatever the end result is, that's what it is. We don't really approach a song from we're making a thrash song, or we're making a hardcore song, or we're making a deathcore song, right? Like typically we will like morph it as it goes through the process, and I think that's just where we naturally get a lot of like these, intersecting under and overtones.
Got it. Got it. What like for what would you consider or categorize when you guys started Failure to Launch? Like what would what was it like when the first part you heard? Was it like, all right, like this is going to be this, or like this could end up morphing into a little bit more deathcore, or this could be a little bit more thrash? Like what was the kind of the initial response when who had the first part of that one?
I think
It was Michael.
Yeah.
Michael came in and he was doing his little,
Yeah, the bass intro, the main bass part of the song. Like I had that idea, just finagling around with it, and then like I just kind of brought it to the guys. I was like, James, what do you think of this? And like we were just kind of messing around, and then Quinn was like, oh, that's kind of cool, and then we just started messing with it, and it was a really cool vibe because like in a lot of our songs, like James has got some pretty dense parts, but this song was a good time for James to break away into some more like lead tones, and I think that really comes across well in this song. Like the main guitar melody is really powerful over the bass. I feel like for us at least we swapped roles a little bit in our song for this one.
Interesting. Would you feel like that'll be something that you guys do more in the future, or like you think like just for kind of, or just kind of mix it up and kind of see how you feel?
I would say there is more of that coming in the future. Maybe not in such a like direct swap type way, but there are other songs that we have kind of cooking up right now where the bass does play a more dominant and more dense role in the instrumental than the guitar does.
Yeah, I think a big part of that actually comes from like when we were first starting as a band. Like I wasn't regularly at the rehearsals or the songwriting sessions. Like these guys were rehearsing farther down towards San Diego area, and I'm in the LA area, so that was a little bit of a trek for me to make. So there were lots of times where like these guys would have a complete song done with everything except the bass. So now I come in, and then it's like coming into a song like that is a little bit more difficult to like work a certain type of bass part into, like opposed to Failure to Launch, where like that's the bass line, if that makes sense.
Got it. Well, who moved? So you guys can start, getting the bass front and center.
James and Quinn lived together in Huntington Beach, and Caleb moved in with the Red Morrow guitar player in Signal Hill. So they're closer, not super close, but they're closer. For sure.
Yeah.
We all kind of made some adjustments because now we have a lockout studio in Long Beach and right off Redondo. So once we kind of have that central mecca for us to just kind of consistently go to, I mean, when we're not really knee deep in shows and recording and music video prep like we're doing right now, we're typically rehearsing like 2 to 3 days a week for like upwards of 3 hours per day. So we really go hard when it comes to like being prepared and doing what's needed to be a tight band, both live and creatively. And once we have that mecca, it was so much easier for Michael to come down from LA. Caleb lives in Long Beach, Signal Hill, so he's already there. And then for James and us, it's just a quick like 25-30 minute drive from our house here. And Long Beach is a great center spot for all of us.
Love it. Love it. Well, you mentioned music videos. Like this one has a pretty unique premise. You guys are all blindfolded. So, like, whose idea was that? And is it kind of something that's a symbol within the song, or like what was kind of the inspiration there?
No, the blindfolds are actually like they're a part of our like overall brand image and part of our like ethos in a way. It started like we do this live. We play with them on live. Every song we play with them on um, from for a bit now. I think it's been over a year we've been
Probably
doing
a
it.
little over a year that all of us have been doing it. It started with just Quinn doing it.
Yeah.
So
I've always had some
everybody's
sort
got
of
a
like
blindfold on during your concert.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, when we play we all play blindfolded. No shit.
I mean, what if somebody throws something at you guys? You just gonna feel it? Like we got the
Yeah, you
Matrix
just
going?
kind of get
I
in
just-
tune with the airwaves.
I just tell
You
people
know?
it's echolocation, like I'll do some clicks into the mic and then I'll pinpoint where they're jumping off and that's how I know not to fall off the stage.
Some nice sonar type shit.
Wow.
Actually, all
Okay.
have
Well, I
photographic
mean,
memories. So we just kind of take a mental picture of the stage and then put the blindfold on, and we're good.
are blindfolds on whenever you walk from the backstage to like go perform, or are blind? Is there like a moment where everybody's like, "All right, here we go," and like,
It's more like that.
Go-
It's more
I-
like
yeah,
that.
I think
Yeah.
in a
It's
perfect
funny 'cause, like,
world we would be Sorry, go ahead, Michael.
No, I was just gonna say it's kind of funny because like when we finish our set, like as soon as we finish, like a lot of
Yeah.
times we're just like
They come
instantly
on.
pull them up, or like even when we're on stage after we set up, we put them on, So it's like
Yeah.
and we did like an in person interview like a week ago, and we didn't wear them in the interview, It's like it's kind of a like we don't want to take ourselves too seriously, really. Is it how it is in our mind,
Yeah, yeah. I think they have like multi kind of like. I think the overall idea is we really want it to be something where like the viewer or the listener can kind of develop their own idea behind the blindfold. For some, it's like a tongue in cheek inside joke. For others, it's like a political thing. Like blind justice, and like things like that.
Sure.
And to others, it's just like a cool kind of community thing. I don't know. I've always had this dream of being able to like look out at a crowd and seeing people doing the same and kind of
Look out.
yeah. Well,
Feel out.
feel I can feel the presence of the others with the blindfolds on. But yeah, that's definitely something that is like the big picture idea behind them.
Caleb, whenever you like, do you ever get like on that? You sit down on the kit and like, do you feel like you have to like, if you're like, I'm like at this angle, you're like, I need to actually be like a little bit more. So is Michael gonna come over there and like adjust you? Like if he starts hearing too much like Tom, he's like, all right, well, hold on, we got to get him a little bit moved over to the left here. Like, is there any kind of moment like that?
Manual mixing.
No, I have
Yeah.
to rely on other kinds of sensory input and stimulation, to know what I need to adjust. These other guys are all blind.
Man. Well, like, I mean, what's been the reception as as the first time all four of you guys put them on? Like, what like, did everyone just go ape shit whenever it's like, oh my god, like, are these guys serious? They're gonna play this whole thing without looking at us?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You can. It's kind of interesting.
yeah.
Like, at like these smaller shows, because we're not like a huge band, but like when we get up on the stage, you can like hear the crowd like chattering, and you can hear them talking about like, yo, what the
Yeah.
hell? This is blindfold band, what the hell?
And we'll get other people who come up
I
after
mean-
and are just like, what are these, like, what's with the blindfolds?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? What's the story? And then you can kind of just be like nonchalant about it. You can kind of riff on it a little bit. I love being like the kind of shitposty humor, giving people like all these different answers, a different answer for different people.
I mean, I love seeing the comments on some of our posts on Instagram where people are like, "You can't rely on a gimmick," or "This is easy,"
Yeah.
and then like
It's
I love
just
it that
muscle
people
memory.
like defend us. People defend us. Like people are like, "Then you try," or "I want to see you do it," And like it's funny that like it's like some people love it, some people hate it, but they hate it enough to say something about it. Like it's fun, it's controversial, in its own little way.
People are talking about it. I mean, that's like, there is no bad publicity, these days, as they say. So, I mean, I love that. I mean, what are some of the best? Like, you guys did like a house show, like I guess last night. We're recording this on November 9th, but so when you do like a pop up at a house show, like obviously the terrain is probably a big factor in this. Like, what?
Oh, yeah.
you know, how you guys said you take a mental image, but like if you're at a house show, I mean, shit, some guy could just walk up and be like, you know, move some stuff around because he's trying to get to the beer fridge or something. Like, well, what's the, you know, how do we navigate that?
You know, like it's interesting if you watch us live, we typically like because Michael has this massive pedal board, Jane, and we're typically not really playing on large stages, so it's already kind of hard to move around. So for like the most part, we kind of can just stay in our little 3 foot bubble around, and you know there is like definite risk. Michael has, I think, almost concussed me like multiple times with his headstock because he plays this massive 6 string bass. Like the thing extends out like 5 feet. It's got like a 5 foot wingspan, and it's domed me like multiple times when we're on stage. There's been times where like James's stray like string going around like this
yeah.
will like catch itself under my mask and like start stabbing. So I don't know, it's not without risk, but we're willing to do the risk. And it's funny because we'll play like last night's show that we played out in the AV. You know, it's not glamorous, right? We're playing like a backyard, and we've always played like the whole range of venues. Like we've played like emergency sewer runoff drains in San Bernardino way back when COVID was coming out and there were no venues. Like we've played in well, we didn't get to play, but we were supposed to play at this condemned drug house where we were all there, and then the cops came, a big thing. But we've also played like the higher end of shows in the area, like the House of Blues and the Somas in San Diego, and the same thing is always like prevalent in both. It's like we kind of stay in our area, and if not, I'm running back and forth, and I kind of bounce off James and Michael. You know, they kind of ping pong me around, and then Caleb just sits. we chain him to the chair so he can't go anywhere.
You got to keep Caleb behind the drums. We don't want him running around. I mean, especially without a blindfold. It seems like he's
too wild.
he'd be too wild, too much. Well, I mean, so I guess like is there an art to picking the blindfold that you guys wear? Like, I mean, do each of you guys, you know, have we written anything on them? Have we, you know, is there kind of you know, or is it just straight up like what are your blindfolds? Is it just like pieces of a shirt or like socks? Like what's the material? I mean,
well, it's a patented secret formula, custom made by yours truly here on a sewing machine. I've never sewed a day in my life, but I learned to do this for this band, and but no, we've always been uniform for the most part. Like we were always, and when at the inception of the idea, we're like, well, we don't really want somebody to be like the follower, and then there'd be leaders. That was a big no. We wanted everybody to be like unanimous.
Yeah, we kind of tooled around with the idea of having like symbols almost, kind of akin to like the way Led Zeppelin did it or something. Like in what's that material? It's like clear marker, but it shows up under black lights. So like if we shined under a black light, you could see like this image flash across our face. We didn't really get to implementing that, and I don't know how practical it would even be, but
for a bigger stage and like a higher production,
we messed around with the idea of having it be like symbolic in some other way.
Like we do all this stuff on our 4 budgets. You know, like we're not like, I'm a woodworker. You know, Caleb works as a teacher. James is a video editor. I don't know what the fuck Michael does. He tests shit. But like, budget is always in mind, and like we try to be like, okay, here's a grand idea. What is like most practical right now? And like the masks we're wearing that I was able to make is like, they're really bad. They're uncomfortable. They dig into our face.
Yeah.
Okay, Quinn, when he put the little knots through my strings, there's like these massive, like this big, like knot ties that dig into the side of my head. Like,
and you're wearing it for like a hot minute too. You know, it's like you're not like you're going out there like you're wearing it for 5 minutes and like it's like, all right, a 1 song thing, like just failure to launch, and then we take it off. It's like that is, you know, a 40-minute set you're rocking with a blindfold. What's the set list creation like? I mean, like, do y'all have to be like, all right, here's exactly what we're playing, or is like y'all in tune with the point now where like someone can just start it and then you're like, okay, oh, I know exactly where we're going now. Like, do we all unanimously come up with something beforehand?
Yeah,
The latter for sure.
Yeah.
Caleb, you take this one. You field this one.
yeah, we have a set list that we come up with. The transitions included. We just we decide the order based on whatever flow feels best. And there are times, depending on like the cities that we're playing in, where people will request songs, or if we need an encore, we always have like some songs that we can pull out for that purpose. But we generally always have a set list, give or take, that is the same. We keep it for like a couple months or so, and then we change it up because we get bored with playing the same thing, with kind of like all the same transitions. So we like to change that kind of frequently, more frequently than some other bands, you know.
Yeah.
And plus, we write so much new material, so we're always kind of in a rush to play that as well. But it really just the structure of the set list just depends on how well the songs work together. Specifically, the endings and the intros of the song. What can be the smoothest transition? What's going to be musically the most satisfying? What's going to be the most exciting, the most energetic? That's how we put it together.
Got it. For you guys, like whenever like failure to launch, like where does that fall on the set list? As it stands, November 9th, 2025. Like, is that a beginning or that's number one?
Number one.
Yeah, it's the opener right now.
What made you guys want to choose that?
We've been trying to do more atmospheric, trying to introduce some atmosphere into our sets. It's something we didn't used to do a lot of, and just not really worrying so much when we're up on stage about like riffing, like talking to the crowd and like trying to do the awkward small talk vibe. Like, we're here as performers and entertainment. It's not really about our experience and ego. Like, we really want people to like have a good time and feel entertained. So Failure to Launch has this great opening guitar swell part, and when we all turn around and we're doing the swells and we're blindfolded and you have the 8-string guitar and 6-string bass. Like, I think those visual elements coupled with the more atmosphere when we're building these sets have been like pretty crucial in our recent, like, we've been gathering a lot of local fans in the area, and having that there I think is cool. It keeps people interested with the set.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a big thing that for me at least played a part in wanting to try that one as a first song was like there's a constant battle when you're playing some smaller shows, like wherever you are, that like maybe people are outside or maybe people don't know that the band's gonna start or stuff like that, right? So it's like in the past we've always gone with like, let's do big, heavy, like let's make sure that they know we're starting, and like the song that we closed with in our current set was actually our previous opening song, and so we kind of wanted to take that like heavy starting vibe and flip it on its head, start with the atmosphere, start with that more lighter, catchier feel to get people in. Our first 3 songs are like some of the lightest songs in the set. From the 3rd song onward, it starts to just get heavier and heavier until the end.
Got it. So there's definitely some like build. It seems like now with
Right.
with starting with that. That's awesome.
Right.
I mentioned the music video, like, filming that, was that, a challenge to kind of get, it seems like you guys were like in a house, you had a couple different things. So like, I know always lovely to hear kind of the process for the, creating a music video, especially, through indie artists, as you mentioned, like the budget's, always a kind of a, at the forefront. You want to make sure you put some visuals with the art. So like, take me through the creation of that one.
Well, there was actually kind of some issues getting it put together. Like, the idea we had was very straightforward. We wanted to kind of encapsulate like a coming of age vibe, so we chose like grandma's house or whatever. In the actual production of it, we had these ideas for how we were going to be in each room, and it was going to swap back and forth between these particular sets of shots, which you can see in the beginning, but they kind of fade away as the video goes on, and that's not intentional. That was kind of by accident that happened, because the lighting got weird unexpectedly. Where we were shooting, we actually had pre-planned based on the lighting, and the sun doesn't change for the most part in a day-to-day basis, but this one kind of got weird because there was a giant apartment building towering over this house that we didn't know about beforehand. And so come like 5, maybe 6 o'clock, the sun had moved behind this apartment building when it was supposed to be still shining down. So we had to kind of adjust on the fly for that.
Yeah, and like not having the budget to do like a 2-day shoot at this spot like plays a part into it, right? Like if we had 2 days, then we could easily go back and like come earlier the second day or things like that. But like we only had that one day, the one time, and it's kind of like you just have to make that split second decision. Like, all right, we sacrifice this idea to go forward with a new thing, and we'll make it the best we can.
Yeah. How important is it for you? Yeah, how important is it to create music videos? You guys feel like? I mean, it's something that like it feels. Some people have different opinions on it, but like, do y'all feel like it's something that's really a large part of kind of being an artist?
Yeah, I mean, I think like that's something we've neglected. Like this was our first music video, and in our 4 years of playing shows, 5 years of being a band, like we've always thought that like, okay, why do we need music videos nowadays when you can like collect everything on your phone, or like just get live concert footage, or shoot a little skit, or record on your phone and then put it over pre-recorded audio. And like we made that work for a while, but we found that like, oh, we're getting 12 million monthly viewers on all of our forms of content, whether it be rage bait or shitpost or skit or whatever, right? But then none of those people would really go to your music, and you kind of just become like a meme page or something at that point. So that's when we decided, we're like, okay, like, I think instead of paying for promo and doing this and that, like, we should probably just use what has worked for the past, since MTV started doing music videos. Like, like we should probably learn from history. And we decided to kind of, okay, we need to like, we have a following, we have people who like our music now, like we need to like dive deeper into the artistic side of us, and even if it costs more money and is more of a risk. So I think that was the decision-making process behind going towards a music video this time around. And we actually just finished another music video on Friday, so that song is that's gonna be another really cool music video for another one of our songs.
I think any like long form content, whether it's a music video or a high quality performance live video, like is pretty quintessential to building that like long term catalog of content. Like I can't tell you how many times I've gone back and watched Alice in Chains live in Seattle. You know what I mean? Like people love to go back and watch stuff like that. They love watching old authentic performances, old music videos. Like the old Tool music videos still are crazy cool, right?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that to me is like super important. And like, yeah, I mean, we neglected it for a little while, because I think social media is hard to navigate as a band. Like there are plenty of different avenues we can go to find success, like with Instagram numbers or Spotify numbers or whatever. But it's like, really, I think we've come to the conclusion we just want some real fans. We don't want temporary fans, temporary virality, temporary anything. We want long-term sustainable fans. So.
And that takes time to build. I mean, like that's definitely, especially now there's just so much out there, and you got to be able to do things that are unique and that stay true to what your creative vision is for sure. So, I didn't ask this in the beginning, and I probably should have, but Gingsu, what does that mean?
We just got asked this last night too, and like, because when we all first met. This was before Michael joined, but I somehow dragged James. I knew James a little bit before the band when we were younger. He was an amazing guitarist back then, and I really wanted to get him in a band ever since then. Somehow managed to get him to join this one. Really grateful for that. But we were in this rehearsal studio for like a year, writing music, doing all the things, the trials and tribulations of trying to like figure out, are we even a band? Like, are we just jamming? What's up? Yeah. And it was like a few days before our first show, and we're like, we need a name, guys. Like we had thrown out all these like, it was dumb names,
the worst names you've
ever. The runner up before Gingsu was literally James Quinn,
which was not my idea for the record, or Quinn's idea.
We
ex-member.
Yeah, but, At one point, I mean, I was smoking a lot of weed at that time, and I was just completely blitzed in my room, and I was watching this CIA uh, like YouTube video about the Hellfire R9X flying Ginsu missile that they've been using. That's my high functioning interest right there. But I misread the name and I thought it was Gingsu, the flying Gingsu. So I pitched Gingsu, and we're like, "Yep, that's it. We're good. Let's go. Show tomorrow."
It was good enough, you know.
All right, so it comes from a deep heritage in the military industrial complex interest that you have. I love that.
Totally,
Exactly,
and it
yes.
totally lines up with our politics.
Lines
just-
up with our investment portfolios and our politics.
All right, big Boeing guys out here, big Boeing, and gonna be creating some new airplanes. We like it. All right.
Yeah, but ultimately with the name, like I think, and it's funny when somebody's like, you're like, "Oh, you're in a band." You're like, "What's it called?" And you say, "Oh, I'm in a band called Gingsu." They're like, "What the fuck does that mean?" You know? And I'm like, and every time I just hit him with kind of ties back into the blindfolds and the music and where we land on the genre spectrum, but it's like, I don't know, it's kind of just what you make of it, you know?
Yeah.
I
love the mispronunciations we get.
Oh, all the time. Like we've gotten like Ginsui, we've gotten Gungus, we've got like what's the most popular one?
Jingsu is
Jingsu.
by far, yeah.
Jingsu.
That one's popular.
Gungus is funny because that's just them switching the U and the S and the U back.
That one I think might be a little bit of a product of like dyslexia, which we're not going to hold against anybody.
Yeah, we won't hold it against you. But
God.
yeah, what I was gonna say is when it comes to the name, I don't know. I don't think there's a really good label for us. Like it's hard to figure out what genre we are. We kind of just call ourselves prog because we have some elements of that, for sure. But yeah, I think the lack of being able to label the name on something matched us, and we just decided to keep it.
I love it. Well, speaking of labels, you guys are gonna become labeling yourselves here in a minute with Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. You're gonna label yourself either a this or a that. With the next few questions we get. We're gonna go in this order: Caleb, Michael, James, and Quinn. So we'll go rapid fire. Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. Caleb, start with you. Cake or pie?
Pie.
Was it cake or pie?
Cake or pie?
I'm gonna have to say cake.
I'm a pie guy. Pie guy.
All right, a 3v1 there. All right, here we go. Salad or soup?
Salad.
Ooh, soup. I gotta go soup.
Salad.
Are we classifying stews as the same thing as soup?
I'll throw stews in the soup. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a stew guy. I love stews. Right now, it's stew season.
I mean, interesting that Southern California guys are eating stew. We'll come back to that.
Circle back.
We'll circle back on that. Sunrise or sunset? What are you guys seeing more of?
Sunset.
Sunrise.
But I see the sunrise every morning on my way to work, so I fucking hate it. So I'm gonna have to go.
Why not
sunset?
They're on the roof.
All right, here we go. Yeah, I love it. All right, would you rather hit a home run or score a touchdown?
I feel like home run is like so much more hype. Like, come on. Like people are fighting over that ball. Like, I mean, come on. Like, to get a touchdown, just do a cool dance or whatever. Like, I gotta have a good celebration lined up, So I'm gonna go with the home run.
Home run, yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I want to do a home run just so I could walk the entire way around. Just like a nice gingerly stroll. Make them like really, really watch my celebration.
Standing ovation for you as you walk around every case.
I love it. All right, night in or night out? What are you having more of these days?
What I want is night in.
But what you got? Yeah.
What'd you say, Michael?
I said I'm a night in kind of guy. I mean, I feel like whenever I can, I'm taking the night in. Unless we have shows, that's the night out, honestly, for me.
Yeah, lately it's been nights in, so I'm gonna go with that one.
I feel like nobody has any fucking money to go night out anymore. Like, I like literally like I go to the bar or something, it's like $30 and not including the cover for like 2 drinks, and it's like holy shit. So I think our nights out have really just become show days when we're going
Yeah.
out, and I'll take a night in where I can, you know.
I love it. I love it. When you do go out and your jam comes on, you more like to hit the robot or the worm on the dance floor.
Oh shit.
I wish I could hit the worm. I'm gonna pick the worm just because I wish I could.
I was gonna say, me and Michael, we'd be doing the worm on top of each other.
I'll be going with the hopeful worm. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm gonna go for the hopeful worm.
You might.
You're going for it. You guys are. You're taking the shot. And I like that. I
feel like Robo is just too safe, and in life you can't be that.
For those
safe.
of
You gotta
us,
take some
for
risks.
those of us
Do the
with
worm.
stiff joints,
Gotta get down
we
to
only
the
got
worm.
one option. All right. The
I love it. All right, guac or queso
Guac.
at your favorite Tex-Mex spot?
I'm gonna do guac.
Yeah, it's guac for
You
sure.
see, this is a California thing. Guac all
Yeah.
the way. Miss me with that queso bullshit. My girlfriend's from Oklahoma. She's all about the queso. Sorry.
The Midwest queso. You can't be trusted.
Here in
You gotta go.
California,
You gotta get the
repping that
guac.
guac.
Avocados from Mexico. It's right there. Let's go. All right, waffles or pancakes?
waffles.
I have waffles. Waffles are just more consistent to me.
I want to say pancakes, but I also think it has to be waffles.
I'm a texture guy. I love the little crunchy bits. It's got to be waffles.
Waffles. I love it. All right. Coffee or tea with your waffles?
With the waffles, coffee, but I'm a tea guy usually.
Tea guy usually. Okay.
Yeah, it's coffee.
I am madly addicted to caffeine, so I'm like mad addicted to coffee. So we're gonna have to go with coffee.
All right. I think I know the answer to this one for a couple of you guys, but
Cats.
dogs or cats?
Man, I have 2 dogs, but I'm a cat guy.
I do love dogs, but it is hands down, far and away, regardless of what this guy's about to say. It's cats all the way.
That's where we got to divide. I am a certified cat hater. I like this
Wow.
cat. This one's cool. This one's name is Boba. We also call it Robert.
Yeah, her name is
Robert.
Cool. It's got a little handkerchief. I like this cat, but for the most part, I'm a dog guy.
Dog guy.
I don't own one right now, but I would love a dog. Again.
Love it. All right, ninja or a pirate? What do you guys
I do not
identify
have
more
the
with?
stealth to be a ninja, so it's got to be pirate.
I mean, I'm always looking for that booty, so I'm a pirate, baby.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's pirate. It's pirate.
How do I follow up that? That was fucking great.
Before we
I'd
had
probably go with
blindfolds,
pirate,
we
too.
had eye patches.
All right. Oh, so we really we technically are just double eye patched pirates.
Yeah. The natural progression.
I love it. All right, chips or pretzels?
Chips.
These could be like any flavor pretzels, right? Like dill
Yep.
pickle pretzels. I'll do pretzels.
yeah.
I do pretzels.
Chips.
Hey, y'all are sleeping on the like Schneider's like honey mustard and onion
Yeah.
pretzels, bro. You eat that shit, do not go out for the rest of the night. Your breath will be awful. So I'm gonna have to go with chips, but I do really like those honey mustard pretzels. They slap.
All right. Fries or tots?
Fries, there's more variety.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to go with fries. There are lots of different kinds of fries.
I think tots. I think tots. Yeah.
It's gotta be tots. Tots.
All right. We got a split 2-2 fries and tots. We're gonna have a fried potato off. It sounds like in this band. All right. TV show or a movie after a long day? What are you unwinding with?
Yikes. Well, I'm a big cinephile, so I gotta say movie.
Okay.
After a long day, I might fall asleep in the movie. I'm a TV show guy. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
I think TV shows less committal. You get to like pivot from a TV show into something else pretty easily if you want to. So TV show for sure.
Being the one who subjected himself to massive year-long attempts of brain rot trying to figure out how to use social media, I will say my attention span is fried. I cannot watch a movie anymore. I can barely make it through a 30-minute TV show. So, I'll say TV show, the bits and pieces I can get.
I love it, and I bet your bandmates are appreciative of your effort to
Very much so.
to figure out the.
I would hope so.
Save
I
all
think
of
I'm
our
at
brains.
like 7 to 8 hours of screen time some days. So, yeah, not good. Not good.
All right, are aliens real?
Yes.
Yes or no?
I'm gonna say yes.
They have to be, right?
I don't know where,
there-
but yeah.
there's no way that like of the entire vast universe that we have not explored, we are the only life. Come on, like come on.
Four Eye Atlas. If you aren't watching Four Eye Atlas right now, you are missing out. There's no commentary tale. Nobody knows what it is. It's changing trajectory. It's crazy.
He's our resident conspiracy theorist, if you couldn't tell.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's see the conspiracy on this one. Bigfoot, is that real?
No, Bigfoot's a clown. No.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm neither here nor there. TBH.
You know, I think Bigfoot could be real. I think
That was-
it's possible. I'm holding out hope. If you don't, if one step lower than Bigfoot though, look up the skunk ape. That thing gave me nightmares for years. I found out about that in my late or mid teens or something. I would stay awake at night because I was thinking about the fucking skunk ape.
And I've met some like hairy, flat-footed motherfuckers in my time, and recently I feel like there's been a good amount of them, like at just around in the area, particularly Huntington Beach, where I feel like that there's got to be some people out there who are at least descendants of the great Bigfoot, maybe some sort of speciation, but yeah, I'm a believer that there's some of that still around.
All right, we get some Bigfoot DNA in some people. Harry Flatfoot Motherfucker sounds like an awesome band name. I don't know. I just like, damn it.
Mark that shit.
All right, is Love at First Sight real?
Man, myth after myth. No.
No, I mean, I think like physical attraction or infatuation is real at first sight, but not love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. I think you can be like, oh my god, I'm enamored by that person, but what if you meet them and they turn out to be the worst piece of dog shit you've ever met? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
I think true love comes from like finding people, for who they are over time. It takes time.
It takes time. All right. And final question of Pete Peterson's Party Pack of Questions. Give me one band that we don't know that we ought to check out.
There's a band called Pseudovision. They're an Orange County based band. We've played with them out here. They're all kids or graduates that go to, well, they're young adults actually. They're either students or graduates at Saddleback College. So make sure that you guys check out Pseudovision. They just put out called Strangers in the Next Room. I can't say enough about how good the arrangements are. The vocals are killer. Really fantastic musicians. Very, very nice people who definitely deserve more ears on their music.
All right. Pseudovision. Let's go. Michael.
My pick will be a little heavier. Pseudovision's a little on the lighter side. I got a little heavier pick. Our homies out in San Francisco, Cyborg Octopus. I think you ought to give them a check out because they're killer. I mean, one of the best live performances I'd seen. Like, this is like 6 months ago or a while ago that we played this show with them, but man, like, it still sticks in my head. This effortless guitar shredding, great vocals, killer layering with the bass, the keyboard, everything. And like, they put out a record a little while ago that's just fantastic. I have it on CD, listen to it all the time. Cyborg Octopus.
All right. All right.
I think little band that we've been playing with lately, kind of underground. Falling in reverse? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm falling in reverse. On the opposite end of the complete dog shit spectrum, you've got Stereosity. Glowing recommendation for Stereosity. They're a great band, math rock band, Midwest emo mixture. Excellent guitar players in that band, excellent drummer, excellent bass player. Everybody kind of real good at what they do, and creating music in a very fun, melodic, lighthearted, in capturing kind of way. Yeah.
And they're just great people. We were on tour with them for a while. They're just great people. Can't forget that.
And then for me, I gravitate between like two different types, so I'll stick to one. There's a prog band from the area where every time we've played with them, they're just like a master class in just instrumentation and just technical skill. They're called Wires. I think most of them are session musicians and do stuff outside of that project, but like every time we've played with them, they're just like it's crazy to watch some people play their instrument at such a level to where like it's like truly like dumbfounded. Like, how am I seeing you in a bar right now? You know, like this is like it's insane level of musicianship. So they're a band that I'm sure they don't need the recognition because they're all so good at what they do. They don't need me telling them. But yeah, definitely check them out. They're fucking killer.
All right, well, we got Pseudovision, Cyborg Octopus, Stereosity, and Wires. Some of Gingsu's top picks. People we need to check out. Caleb, James, Quinn, Michael, thank you guys so much for hopping on the show here. Look forward to seeing more of the music videos come out. I know we got a date at a festival in December, I believe, coming up. We'll link everything for y'all's website below. Any more music coming out this year? We're looking to 2026 to release more tunes, or what's going on there?
Lots and lots and lots of music. We have an amazing team when it comes to our tracking engineer, our mixing and mastering engineers. Like we now have our pipeline figured out, and now stuff is just rolling. We're about to put out another music video, which we won't announce what song it's for, but it's for one of our better songs. And then our next track, which we just finished up and is now in mixing, it's definitely for the prog lovers. It's definitely for the heavy crowd. I think there's going to be it's a great display of our musical prowess when you go from Law of the Tongue and you go from Failure to Launch and then you hear this new song. So
all right, well, lots to come. We'll appreciate you guys hopping in the Indiebnb. Look forward to checking you guys out in Atlanta whenever the time comes here. So we'll be on the lookout.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for having us.
All right, of course. Y'all take care.
Take it easy,
Take
man.
care now.
Later.